And that's why SpongeBob SquarePants couldn't have existed without the Beatles.
Still, don't you think it's weird every time there's an underwater animal band, it's always the octopus playing the drums? Maybe they prefer bass.
Ariel, we're live!
Oh, welcome back to Austin Underground, the only show on TSTV Network where we can ask the important questions, like, what's up with the dare?
It's October 1st, and we've got a killer show for you tonight, but not literally. We're talking guilty pleasures, cozying up with Fontaines D.C, gleeking over slushies, playing a game with Phoebe Bridgers song titles, and the return of Night Court.
But first, roll the intro.
You're watching Austin Underground.
You're watching Austin Underground.
You're watching Austin Underground.
You're watching Austin Underground.
And you're watching Austin Underground.
You're watching Austin Underground.
And you're watching Austin Underground.
And now it's time for the news. This week, we're feeling like a glossy tabloid because we have some juicy rumors regarding Lana Del Rey, who reportedly tied the knot last week. The Daily Mail published photos of the singer's outdoor wedding to swamp boat driver Jeremy Dufresne last Thursday. It's unclear how true these claims are, but we here at AU are quick to jump to conclusions, so mazel tov to the newlyweds.
Our spotlight release this week is Dunya, the debut LP from Canadian poet and activist Mustafa. The Toronto-born artist has had a long history of writing for other artists amid his own releases, and his beautifully understated voice is joined on the album with collaborators like Clairo and Daniel Caesar to create something really special, talking about his faith, community, and the struggles in Sudan and Gaza.
Now, we're going to look ahead to the concert calendar for this October. Can we do it in under 2 minutes? Let's see. Tonight, Clairo is at the Moody Center. This Friday, Jungle will be at the Moody Amphitheater. And Saturday the 5th, we will see Geese at Antone's.
Next week, Sprints are at Parrish, Usher and Maggie Rogers are playing separate nights at the Moody Center, and Remy Wolf will be playing at Emo's.
In the middle of the month, we'll see the return of Austin City Limits Festival in Zilker Park for 2 weekends, but we'll be covering that next week, so let's skip ahead.
Kaytranada will be playing at the Amphitheater on the 16th, Vampire Weekend at the Moody Center, and Willie Nelson at the Long Center on the 17th, Suki Waterhouse on the 18th, and Lyle Lovett at ACL Live on the 20th.
And to close it all out, the Magnetic Fields will be playing at the Paramount on the 22nd, Coney and Gray and Maisie Peters together at the Center on the 25th, Lemon Twigs and local telenovela at Antone's on the 26th, and the pop girl of the fall herself, Sabrina Carpenter, at the Center on the 28th.
Okay, let's take a breather and send it over to Christian, Ari, Bell, and Harper to talk about some of their musical guilty pleasures.
Hi!
Howdy!
We're
Okay.
here to talk about our guilty pleasures.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start off because I have a big one. I don't know if you guys remember the famous TikTok sound "Castaways" by the Backyardigans. Yeah, that's like a really good chills. Yeah, I love that one. Okay, who wants to go next?
Well, can I just say first that Backyardigans, they had Alicia Keys on there. Like, they had some bangers
It
on
was, like,
Backyardigans.
really
They did
good,
not play-
though.
Yeah, they had
And
really good music
Even
on there.
Castaways has like this insane bossa nova
Yeah.
breakdown.
I feel like all of those like 2020 TikTok sounds are just like in me. You know what I mean? Like I've like trauma bonded with them, and it's like super lonely. That's in my heart and soul. You know what I mean?
I would take that to my grave, but
This is guilty pleasures.
yeah, you're right.
Who next? I can go next since I'm like right here. Okay, so I grew up on Barbie movies, and I think I've got to Get Your Sparkle On from Barbie and a Fashion Fairy Tale. That is a really good one. Like, it's a banger. And yeah.
What's your favorite of the Barbie movie songs?
Oh, I think Can You Keep a Secret from Barbie and a Fairy Secret.
I like you can tell she's a princess from
I love
Barbie Princess Shark
Yeah.
School.
That's everybody's favorite Barbie movie, I found out.
I
Charm
don't-
School?
Yeah.
Princess Charm School is not my favorite, but
Oh.
the song is really good.
Well, for me, I just learned something kind of deeply troubling about myself. And I fear Airbuds gave me the notification and a cutesy little graphic that I am, in fact, the #1 Airbuds listener of Into the Woods, the original Broadway cast soundtrack.
Number 1 listener?
Yes, not
That's
even top
crazy.
1%. I am the #1. And
On top.
I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't know that was something that could be done, but I fear that I've done it. And it's the prologue that gets me. The rest of the soundtrack is good, but it's the 11-minute prologue that really gets me.
And you listen to it all the way through.
Absolutely,
as well,
and I
yeah.
know all the weird words.
They need to put you on the original cast.
They do. They need to replace me, Sarah
Yeah.
Barry Alice. Who? They should put me in the revival.
Yeah, get her out, man.
Get out.
What is it? For my guilty pleasure, I have something that you could probably guess by looking at me, but I'm still gonna say it. But I love Miku. I'm a big Vocaloid fan. I'm a big my favorite Vocaloid person is Kikyo, who has some really weird ones like Mawaru, if you've ever heard it.
Gotta give it a
But-
listen, I fear.
But also World is Mine, guys. That it's fire, it slaps.
She's the original.
Put-
I mean,
put
she's
the
not
voice
the
in the
original,
computer.
but she's the original.
Remove the artist, put it in the computer.
Exactly. I want to go to one of those Miku concerts where they just project her. You know what I mean?
They used to have a hologram actually, and they
Wait, okay.
recently got rid of it.
Now I know that what you guys are talking about. I don't agree with it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it just clicked.
Hatsune Miku.
With
it's
the
the-
blue hair, blue eyes.
The one that they put on the screen and
Yes.
people pay to see
Yes.
No,
an
but
animated character.
here's the thing. She at one point opened for Lady Gaga.
She makes original music.
I don't think
and-
she should have.
Wait, the way you guys are talking about this, I assume this was a cartoon, and there's
It
a
is a
cartoon.
It is a
cartoon.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys know Ashley O? That's what
Oh
that
yes,
was.
it is actually a black
Speaking
girl.
of Ashley O, she's one of my
Great
favorite
transition, great segue.
guilty listens. I can't name of On a Roll. On a Roll is a banger for me. And in that same sense, not at all actually, Mama by Tekashi 6ix9ine. Kanye West and Nicki Minaj is,
Sometimes you have to.
yeah.
Sometimes you have to be there
If-
emotionally.
Nicki's on the track, I'm gonna listen. I'm so sorry.
I have that memorized.
That song is so good.
Okay, I'll go into my next one. So this one's it's pretty embarrassing, but we're gonna go in full force anyways. There is this one show. It's a little bit newer on Disney Junior called Tots.
Junior.
Stop! It's called Tots, and it's about these animals that deliver baby animals to their families.
Wait,
Do you
I'm
know?
aware. I'm aware, I think.
It's it's a little bit newer, and that show is so good. Argue with the Wall. It is such a good show. And I have a little playlist called "I'm a Child" with how
I have one called I'm a Teenager.
I was gonna say our underlying theme here is children's
Yeah.
animated sort of
Listen, we have these.
Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Actually, let me just pull up the entire Steven Universe soundtrack right now.
It's kind of gorgeous.
We got the Tots main theme, and we've got "Bringing This Baby Home," which is the song that they deliver the babies to their
Okay.
families. Okay,
Well,
sorry.
thank you guys. That
Oh.
was our beautiful guilty pleasure music that all of you should listen to, even if you're embarrassed.
Don't be ashamed, guys.
Back to the host.
Do you have any guilty pleasures yourself, Kaylee?
I'm a big Twilight guy, actually.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Those movies have pretty good soundtracks.
I'm glad you think that, Ariel. For me, I was always Team Jacob.
Oh, you should feel guilty about that. Yo.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, I can't really look at you right now. Let's have a commercial break while I compose myself.
Good.
I guess. Everyone has their own vices.
Well, let's just keep the show rolling. How familiar are you with the Irish?
A little, I suppose.
Well, have you ever heard of Fontaines D.C?
Can't say I have.
Our resident Australian has, and he's gonna talk about them.
Hi, I'm BJ, and today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite bands, Fontaines D.C, and their most recent release, Romance, which came out about 2 years ago. I'm VJ, and today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite bands, Fontaines D.C, and their most recent release, Romance, which came out about 2 months ago. So if you are asking yourselves, who is Fontaines D.C, let me explain for you. They are a post-punk band from Dublin, Ireland. They got 5 members: Carlos, O'Connor, Brian Chatton, Connor, and Tom. And they've been around for about 10 years. They actually met while they were studying at university in Dublin. And they bonded not over music, but over poetry. They're a very literary-based band, and I think that really comes across in the lyrics and the content of their songs. And for their first few albums, Doggerel, Hero's Death, and Skinty which were all quite well acclaimed, they have this really interesting contrast between really raw, emotional guitar and these incredibly complex, multi-layered, and quite beautiful lyrics from the frontman Brian. And in their most recent release, Romance, the band has sort of reinvented themselves, having signed on to XL Records and gone mainstream, I suppose. And they've changed their sound a bit, and they've changed their visual styling as well. They're now in these really garish, fluorescent colors. Carlos has got pink spiked hair, and it's left people really divisive. But I want to talk to you about some of my favorite tracks off the album and talk about their evolution as a band, how they've gotten to this point. So I see Romance as the sort of culmination of the sound that the band has been building over the last 5 years of touring, producing, and writing their own music. They're a fantastic band, and let's get into Starburster, which was the first single off of the album. And it has this really frenetic sort of energy to the song. It's written about Brian having a panic attack at a metro station in LA when he was sort of traveling between tours. And in the chorus, the lines are broken up by these really sharp inhales, like, wheezing almost. And it gives the song this sort of crazy energy. But in the second half of the album, the back half, the sound really changes, and it goes from the usual Fontaine sound, which I guess you got to listen to find out, don't you? It goes and sort of mellows out, and it slows down into some of these songs like In the Modern World or Hoarseness is the Whatness that sound almost more like Smashing Pumpkins or Lana Del Rey songs. The band throughout this album explores the idea of romance, what it is, and in traditional Fontaines and very Irish style, they do it with this very wry sense of humor and sarcasm. And it's moody, it's contemplative, and it's really authentic. And so that's why I reckon you should give it a listen. I'll give you a lyric from one of my favorite songs on the album, Hoarseness is the Whatness, which comes from a James Joyce quote from Ulysses. And the quote is, can someone tell me what the word is that makes the world go round? Because I thought it was love. But some say that it has to be choice. I read it in a book or an old packet of smokes. It's interesting contrast, right, between these really sort of romantic ideals and, the gritty reality of life, I suppose, as the band would put it. The last song on the album is called Favorite, and it's the band's favorite and it's my favorite. And I recommend going and looking at the video for this one because it's just so beautiful. It is the sort of perfect culmination of the band coming into their own musically and as the stars that they sort of are now. The video is really pretty because the music is nostalgic and the visuals for that video really play into that. They're old VHS sort of home videos of each of the band members when they were little and before they knew each other, but it combines with similar style footage of the band walking around Barcelona during a recent tour, and it's just beautiful. So that's Romance, that's Fontaines D.C, go check it out, and let's send that back to the hosts.
Well, that was a fair bit of good crack, that.
Is that supposed to be an Is that supposed to be an Irish accent?
To be sure. I'm just feeling it.
I'm telling you, man, you're really losing me today. Next, you're gonna tell me you're a big Glee fan or something.
Well, I am a Gleek, but not as much as Ray, Risha, Vince, and Molly are. It's slushy time.
Are you a Gleek? Cause it's slushy time, divas! We've been talk about Glee.
We truly have.
Since your sophomore year, years we've been
Years.
waiting. The day has finally come.
I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited.
I feel like we have to start off with everybody's favorite, the Smooth Criminal cover.
Oh.
Because every time I mention Glee, everyone's always like, Santana, and what's his name, Grant Gustin, and I'm like, yeah.
I mean, it's so amazing. I'm gonna get a lot of heat.
You don't like it?
No. It's just not my number one.
Okay. But like you can recognize.
Oh,
you
game
recognize
game.
Peak. Yeah.
Game game.
Okay.
For sure. I mean,
Who do we think won? That's a real question.
well, to me that's very simple. Santana won.
Yeah.
But you know, there was a lot on the line. You know what I mean? An eye injury. So much was going on. So there was, emotions were high.
Crazy diva off.
Diva off, but Santana won. My favorite is Valerie.
Yes. That's on my list actually.
There you go. I know.
Brittany and
Amy
Santana.
Winehouse.
Yeah.
Anything with Santana goes into like top 10%.
Yeah,
like
Santana.
anything where she's lead vocalist.
That's
like
Mother.
it's really.
Santana taught me so much about myself. That I just really love music. And so, yeah.
I was really scared. Don't scare me like that. Okay? I couldn't deal.
Okay, what are your guys' top song?
I feel like I have to mention Rose. Oh my God, Kurt singing Rose's Turn.
About to say it.
Because who is this diva?
Yeah. Well,
Like.
I love. Did you just do the singing
I
mouth
did.
where you sing with no
Yeah.
teeth?
The little-
Because I put "Don't Cry for Me" Argentina. And I was like, "Don't cry for me." But you know, and his voice is so stunning. It's like I can make fun of your lips, but you have a beautiful voice, and I
We're
don't
talking
have
about
that.
how people sing. Let's talk about Rachel Berry and her.
Yeah. That's side mouth.
Okay, that's true. That's true, and she can't read.
She's really fighting for like.
Michelle cannot read.
But okay, I agree with the line. She may be difficult, but boy, can she sing.
She can sing, and she got the theater
She
down.
got-
Because "Don't Rain on My Parade,"
I was literally about to say,
that is
was-
her
we can't talk
running
about
down
Glee if we're not
the
talking about
aisles.
the
is
performance.
crazy.
Hey,
But
yeah.
again, I have to bring it back to Santana did it better. I'm
Yes,
so
just a little
sorry,
bit.
Santana did it better.
What's your source for that?
I have
Well,
so
alright.
many words I want to say, but I can't say because we're on TV.
Let me throw
she
one out.
won that mini dress on the high stage. She was risking a lot too. Like she put everything out there.
What about when she didn't win in the treble tones? What do we think about that? Because that was ridiculous. Santana Mercedes on the same
I have an
team
opinion
and
on
they didn't get out.
That
Rumor
is
has it
just-
someone like you that mashed
I think Sue was behind
And
it.
you know what? I'm never
Sue was
forgiving Brian
behind
Murphy
that.
for that.
No, but the thing is, okay. They're really good. They were
We're
really
all
good.
focused in.
Sorry. They were really good.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. But if we're talking about it, New
Don't
Directions
make
just got.
me mad.
No. I love. They deserve to win, but New Directions got more applause, and I think that's what the judges went after in that
That's
episode.
fair. That's fair.
But did they eat up? Yes. Did I want to beat them on stage? Yes, 100%.
That's fair. Do we?
Because you're telling me ABC is that what they sang? ABC with Tina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, no.
That was not gonna get the win. They're all in
You
those
had a
suits.
question that I love.
Okay, so I'm saying if Glee was still running today by some misfortunate series of events, who would be singing Miss Chapel Roan? Who would be singing the pop songs of today?
Santana.
And Molly just had to go
Well,
and
I'm
put
so
this
sorry.
idea in my head.
I had like a nightmare, like it flashed in my head that if it was still going on, I feared that Mr. Shu would have sang WAP. So like we can't have the conversation because it goes down a bad pipeline.
Well, he did Thong Song, so
I know.
think that's kind
And
of.
I haven't
would not watch
recovered.
that.
No.
I would not watch that.
So guys,
That's about it.
we love Glee. We are Gleeks. We have our slushies. We would throw it in your face, but we're sipping it down because they're amazing. But please watch Glee and please listen to music. The cover is always better. Yeah.
I love
Give undiscovered writers a chance.
I love you.
Murphy is slept on.
I love you, Santana. And back to the
That was some really informative stuff. I honestly feel kind of like breaking out into song.
Oh, not again. Okay, folks, I guess that means it's time for another break. We'll be right back.
Today's the first day of October, Uriel.
I know. Are you feeling autumnal?
Oh, for sure. I've been so ready to break out my cozy sweaters and pumpkin spice again.
I love a bit of pumpkin spice. Really gets you in the spirit, doesn't it?
It does. And some more fall-feeling people are about to play a sort of related game. This is Phoebe Bridgers' song title or candle name with Kai, Savannah, and Christian.
Hey, I'm back. I know you missed me. I'm here to play a little game I like to call, is this a Phoebe Bridgers song or is it the name of a candle? Because I know we all get those confused a little bit sometimes. So I'm going to give you guys a name and you have to guess whether it's a Phoebe Bridgers song or a candle.
Okay.
Let's start off with a hard one.
Okay.
A curveball. Halloween.
Well,
Halloween.
I feel like there is definitely a candle named Halloween.
It's so vague.
so
but
then I'm gonna go Phoebe Bridgers.
I'm gonna go candle.
Phoebe Bridgers. That was good. I would classify that as both.
Is it on the
Yeah,
ghost
I'd say
one?
that's-
The one with the ghosts? I
Um,
don't know.
Yeah, because he's a ghost. I know that.
I'm gonna pretend like I know Phoebe Bridgers enough to say yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right, now we got Harvest Moon.
Candle. I'm Candle.
I'll go Phoebe.
Candle. Tough one, tough one.
Thank you.
All right, another one, thank you. All right, let's see. I got a lot here. I'll just draw one. Georgia.
Definitely Phoebe.
I'll go Phoebe as well.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Cool.
Good one, good one. All
Great
right.
state. Never been.
Silk chiffon.
Ooh.
Silk
that's
chiffon?
Candle.
That's a candle.
That's a candle.
That is a Phoebe Bridgers song.
Okay. I see how
Yeah,
it works.
both of you said.
There's no pattern.
Nope. Got a lot of stuff here.
Let's see.
Ghost in the Machine.
I know that's Phoebe.
Yeah, that
That's
should be an
Phoebe.
easy one.
I think that's like her most popular, right? Or something.
I'd say
like that.
Kyoto is
Yeah.
probably her most popular.
Don't
That's the
even
only
know.
one I could.
All right, we're not talking about Phoebe Bridgers. We're talking about candles.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the time of the season, you guys.
Yeah.
True Blue.
Candle.
Candle.
Bridgers.
Oh. Dang.
All right. Autumn Drive.
Candle.
Candle. You guys are
That's
getting
Bath and
better.
Body Works.
It's actually I got a it's a Yankee Candle.
A Yankee candle.
Yeah. Summer's End.
Candle.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
I was trying to base it as like it's vibey.
Miss
All the candles are
Bridger.
like vibes.
All right. Few more here. Mountain Crystal.
Ooh, that's
Plural.
Plural.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Phoebe. I would have thought that was a candle.
No.
Harvest Blessings.
Well, we had
Candle.
Harvest Moon.
Candle.
Yeah, it's a candle. And I'm out of slips of paper, so
Alright.
now we're just gonna kind of riff and talk about Phoebe Bridgers for a bit, I guess.
I don't listen to Phoebe whatsoever.
Neither do I.
Can you tell us a little?
I'm gonna.
Can y'all? Do you know anything about Phoebe?
I know that she's a part of Boy Genius.
Yeah, I know one Lucy Dacus song.
Her, the tall one, and the little one.
Yeah.
Oh.
The sisters.
The Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And back to the host.
Good job, team. Oh, we're still on the screen.
And back to.
Back to host.
Hey! So, we have a little bit of a tradition here at Austin Underground. Anytime there's a story that's just too big to talk about and discuss on a panel, we have to escalate things to a higher level.
That's right. We take the case to what we call the Night Court, presided over by the most honorable Judge Justin. We take the most contentious issues and let the jury make the ultimate decision.
We've ruled on stars like Doja Cat and Ariana Grande, and today we'll see a case against one of the 90s biggest rock stars, David Eric Grolson.
That's right. We'll let the prosecution make their argument, but let's just say the man's been in some trouble lately.
Indeed. Has Dave fought his last foo? We'll see what the Night Court has to say. Let's hear from Judge Justin, defense lawyer Callie, prosecutor Duncan, and our jury of Savannah, Mads, and Liv.
All rise. You may be seated. Welcome, fellows one, fellows all, to AU Night Court. And though I'm glad to have another night court, it means that there's someone that has done something wrong. And in this case, that is Dave Grohl. Would you guys like to discuss the events of what happened?
Yeah. Basically, Dave Grohl had an affair and had a child out of wedlock with a different woman that, believe it or not, was not his wife. And that's upsetting to a lot of people.
That's right, folks. Dave Grohl did indeed cheat on his wife. And today, he is charged with cancellation in the court of public opinion. So, as the prosecutor and the defense, I will have you guys each make an opening statement as to why or why not Dave Grohl should be canceled. I'll have you make your opening statement first.
All right. Look. Kurt Cobain did not die for this. Okay? Dave Grohl has dishonored his the only reason that made him famous. He was in a universally loved and appreciated great band. And he has spent the last, over 20 years making terrible music for 40-year-old dads. And truthfully, even beyond what he's done, I think it's time for him to hang it up.
The defense may now begin its case.
Right. So, renowned as the nicest guy in rock and roll, it makes sense why people are very shocked and, upset, appalled even by David Grohl's actions today. And, understandably so. I would like to begin my argument by saying I do not condone cheating. But ladies and gentlemen, that is not what we are here to discuss. We are here to discuss whether or not Dave Grohl can be canceled under the actions that he has performed, and I'm here to say no, because despite what my opposition is saying here tonight, he has been making legendary music for forever, and I'm just not gonna sit here and hear Foo Fighters slander. I love Dave Grohl, and the people do as well. Check those streams. I mean, check his concerts, those venues. He performed at ACL last year. It was a great time. And I just won't sit here and hear this slander. Thank you.
Thank you both for your opening statements. Obviously, the charge is cancellation if he is found guilty today in the court of public opinion, as it may be. And I now have a series of questions that you guys will be able to openly debate. Question 1. Do you feel that Dave Grohl's reaction to the situation and efforts to rebuild his family help his standing in terms of cancellation?
No. I think that Dave Grohl has built up this persona of being like, oh, I'm the nice dad of rock and roll. Like, I had my crazy younger years, again, in Nirvana, which I feel like is like 25 to 50% of the appeal of Foo Fighters anyway. And now that he really majorly messed up in a bad way, he's posting all over social media about his, once again, secret child. I'm sorry, I'm not buying that, Your Honor.
I would like to respond to the question by saying, first of all, posting all over social media, he made one statement, ladies and gentlemen.
One too many.
Anyways, as I was saying, he took accountability right there, right head on. He let the people know rather than letting them find out for themselves. And I think that in itself, it takes a lot of courage. He didn't have to do that. The guy's old, okay? Could have just ignored it, could have just moved on with his life, but he didn't. He took accountability for the sake of his family. And recently, a few days ago, he was seen out buying Halloween decorations with his daughter. So clearly, they're not holding any grudges
Which
here.
one?
So why should... Listen, the older one. It doesn't matter. She's blonde. Regardless, we saw it. We saw the press. We saw the media. If the family are holding grudges, why should we? Thank you.
And question number 2. How does the history of rock stars doing whatever they want simply because they're rock stars play into this? As it's been kind of a social norm for rock stars to be kind of reckless and against the rules. Do you think that this cultural history helps Dave Grohl's case or hurts it?
I'm doing a little research right now. Give me one moment.
Let the record show that he is Googling.
Okay.
Do you want to show me the search real quick?
Dave Grohl?
Oh, did you? Let the record show
No,
that
he doesn't even
the
know.
prosecutor looked
Okay.
up Dave Grohl on
There is a long-standing tradition of being okay with rock stars being reckless. Do you know how old Dave Grohl is?
No, I do not.
He's 55. All right? Look, I'm not ageist, everybody. But once you get to a certain point, you gotta stop maybe having children out of wedlock. Maybe never do that to the I would argue. Yeah, you can be a rock star, but is anyone buying, again, the appeal of Dave Grohl is that he's like rock star dad. He's not, Motley Crue. He's not Metallica, who is, by the way, also really dad-coded. But he's just, no. We're not chill with a 55-year-old man having an affair and birthing a new child.
Your response?
Well, to that I say, I think it actually works in favor of Dave Grohl. We've seen this behavior, and in fact, let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, this outcry, I would say, is a bit dramatized, because this isn't Dave Grohl's first marriage. He's been married before, and that marriage lasted, I would say, around 4 years, and y'all want to know how it ended? He cheated. So here's the thing, he's done this before. I'm not gonna say always a cheat, once a cheater, always a cheater, but there's patterns here. And if you weren't aware, that's on you. And let me say this for my final closing statement to this question. Every single Beatle cheated on their wives. So, Dave Grohl, in comparison, is it really that big of a deal?
And perhaps the most important question of the night, as the charge is cancellation, we have to figure out whether his crimes were big enough. So how do each of you guys define what qualifies someone as being worthy of cancellation?
Well, that's certainly not a question I know if I'll be able to answer on public television, but I would say when I look at a musician, ideally, and especially, look, I don't like Dave Grohl. And if I see he does some stuff that is genuinely across the board disregarded as something bad, I'm not going to look at his music the same way. And whether, he actually, real talk, whether he actually should be canceled, that's not up for me to decide, but he did make a bad decision. And, when was the last time you heard someone...
Order. It is exactly for you to decide. Let the record show that this is the case where you are deciding whether or not he should be canceled.
All right.
Proceed.
Look. Yeah, he should be. Because that cheating, that is not cool. We're not here for that. We don't like that. And in our times, I feel like it should be peace and love. And I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with any artist cheating, having affairs, none of that. So we're strictly on a kosher artist diet for a little while. Squeaky clean.
Your response?
I say in response to that, really, in the long history of Dave Grohl's career and everything he has contributed to rock and roll and just music in general, this just doesn't hold any weight in whether or not he should be canceled. If we are defining cancellation, that is saying that this man should not have a career anymore. And the plethora of musicians and across all genres who have cheated or infidelity, the whole shebang. I just really, it just doesn't hold up, I think. And peace and love, let's be forgiving, people, okay? If we are really gonna sit here and preach peace and love in the court, then we need to forgive people for their actions, because people make mistakes, even 50-year-old men.
Especially 50-year-old men.
Exactly, especially 50-year-old men. And so to that I say, Dave Grohl, love you, man.
And now we enter the final section, which is our closing statements. So please give a brief wrap-up of your argument for why Dave Grohl should be canceled and why Dave Grohl should be let continue his career.
I guess there have been bands, I feel like, in lower music scenes that have been canceled for similar allegations. I feel like cheating, being a bad partner, being generally not a chill dude. And we don't know what's going on in Dave Grohl's life. He's a I don't know if he's like 100 millionaire, but he's up there. He's close. Like, I mean, this is just what, we're seeing. And as we've seen a lot in the news lately with a lot of musicians, you don't really get that full picture. So who are we to decide if Dave Grohl is just this nice dude? Are we just like... And if bands that I love that have, made an important impact in my life have been canceled for having affairs and doing stuff like that, because believe me, I think it's happened at least once. Yeah, then Dave Grohl for sure should. Like, I want you to be dead honest with me, Justin. Judge Justin.
Yes, Judge Justin.
When was the last time you listened to Foo Fighters?
Last time I listened to Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
I actually listened to them today.
Was that whoa? Was that because of this?
No. I listened to Dull on the way to HEB.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering my question.
Always. Is there anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
I will give it to the defense.
Okay. So I think my opposition here is right in saying that, who are we to decide whether or not Dave Grohl is a nice guy? We don't know him. And that's absolutely correct. But we're not talking about whether or not he's a nice guy. Maybe that was all just a facade and a fake persona. And, that sucks. But that's not the deal here. It's whether or not he's canceled. And just his influence, the influence he's had on the music scene and on people's lives, on my life. I mean, can I just cut him out of that forever because he did something wrong? No, because that is just the way things go, ladies and gentlemen. And let's be forgiving. Okay.
All right. Thank you both for a wonderful, well-fought debate. And now it's time to send it over to the people, to the jury, to decide and discuss whether or not they believe Dave Grohl should be canceled. And we have 2-1 in a split jury. We have Dave Grohl sentenced to cancellation. Congratulations, prosecution. Oh, wow. Audience didn't like that one.
Order in the court.
Yeah, order. Everybody, come on, let's be civil here. This is a court of law. Even if I use ChatGPT to pass the bar. But anyway, Dave Grohl, I hate to say it, but the court of public opinion has found you guilty and worthy of cancellation, so you are hereby sentenced to cancellation. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the civic public process and doing your duty. And I guess we'll send it back to the hosts.
OMG. Does a senior citizen even know what cancellation is? I don't know. What a turnout.
I can hardly believe it.
Well, I can surely believe it that we're at a time. But
And
you know what I can't believe?
What?
Our member of the week.
Our volunteer of the
Volunteer
week,
of the week.
Christian! Woo! Go, Christian!
I know you couldn't get enough of me again. So
Christian's back.
I'm back.
He's back.
Yep. Make sure to follow us on our socials at Austin Underground on social media and check out our website, austinunderground.org.
We've got Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, an old Facebook, a dusty old AOL page. I'm sure Dave Grohl knows a little bit about that one. And we're thinking about getting a Tinder page, but I think we're just going to walk around the Moody Center after this Claro concert and see whether we bump into someone.
Until then, bye.